Hey, Shalom Akim. First, I say, call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, rule well through the Spirit. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching, living the word of sincerity and truth. This is Brother Yara from GMS Dallas, back with another lesson through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And I just want to do a quick commentary concerning the Akim of the brothers of the GMS Dallas camp, of their live camp that happened this past Friday. As you can see, the date is November 1st. And as you see, there's over 600 views on it, so a lot of brothers watched it. Very edifying video as usual. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash. And I just wanted to touch on the end portion of the video, and Lord willing, I'm going to try to do a couple more lessons on the interaction that Elder Ariala had with the rest of the brothers, had along with this Edomite who named himself as a Spaniard, but he had the spirit of an Edomite. Just kind of going to the interaction that he had in discourse. Things got a little heated in the spirit, but it was all through edification. It was all done beautifully as usual, through the spirit. But just want to go into the fact of the other was talking about how this hatred and this beef is between Jacob and Esau, which Jacob is his name was later changed to Israel, who the Israelites are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Esau, who is a self-proclaimed so-called white man to this day. Okay, as once the elder kind of finished having discourse with the Edomite started going back and forth with a random Jake, proceeding to be a so-called Negro of the tribe of Judah. And you can hear them in the background, they're just going hard back and forth. Even the brothers sent a video after camp. They were still going at it, arguing on the corner there where the brothers are holding camp. And it just show you that, as the elder mentioned, that this thing is spiritual, man. This beef between the so-called white man and a Negro, Latino, Native American man, Jacob and Esau, it's a spiritual grief and beef that was prophesied by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, that was set there for prophetic purposes and for how things are going to play out, man. And then you can see that the so-called white man has never gotten along with the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. He's always pursued them. He's always had a perpetual hatred, and he's always pursued them with the blood, man. Okay, and like I said, that's all prophecy. So this thing is spiritual, man. So it's bigger than just black and white or things that we see before us now, man. This thing was set back even before the womb of Jacob and Esau. It was spiritual back in the garden, man. So we're gonna get a couple of scriptures to prove that and bring that out. And Lord was edifying for Akim. I'm not gonna make this too long. We always say that, but honestly, it's all according to the Spirit. Okay, but we're gonna start with Genesis in the garden. Okay, like I said, this thing was prophetic back then, in the time of the garden. Okay, so we're gonna get Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Yeah, it's like your phone's loading up a little slow. All right, so we're going to Genesis 3. And we're going to start at verse 14. And Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. Okay, and that spirit of that serpent, man, that same spirit came through the spirit of Cain, and it came back in reincarnation to Esau. And in the end times, it's that serpent has transformed itself into the dragon, man, the beast. Okay, and that's the beast is what EU and NATO, man. The power structure of Esau. Okay, it's the Roman Empire that fourth beast, that beast whose that deadly wound was healed in Revelation 13 chapter. Okay, has came back in reincarnation, man, through EU and NATO, and also coupled with America as well, man, which is all run by Esau. Okay, the so-called white man. So that's the serpent, man. Okay, that same serpent-like spirit, that beguiling spirit, that wicked spirit, that throughout the millennia and in the ages, man, it has came back, and now it's running through the so-called white man system, man. All right, and who was the woman? Okay, and this is talking about Eve. Okay, because he beguiled Eve, and she beguiled Adam. But what came forth of Eve and Adam? Through a specific line, it came with the sons of God, man. Okay, through the traditions were oral and they were passed down through Seth. Okay, another one was Arphaxad, Methuselah. Okay, so on down through Noah. Okay, through Shem. Okay, on down the line to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay, which in the Hebrew is Yashar'Allah. He is a prince of the power. So essentially, the son of God. Okay. And it led on down to Israel, man. So the enmity is going to be put between the seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman, man. Okay, so that's prophecy. Okay, and let's look up that word enmity. Okay. Okay, that word enmity is ayaba. Okay, ayaba, enmity, hatred, and that's what you see on down to this day, man. Okay, that's what you see today. Is what? Enmity and hatred. When things go down between what's so-called white or black or so-called white and Mexican or Native American, the whole world stops, man. There's focus on that. A lot of the world doesn't really focus on these other nations, like the Ammonites, Japanese, Moabites, Chinese, Hamites, so-called Africans. These other nations, they don't really focus on that. Now they do spotlight it, but when something goes down between black and white, chiefly here in America, man, it's major. Okay, there's a lot of focus attention on it because it's prophecy of the Heavenly Father. Because those are the two main players on the planet Earth, Jacob and Esau. Okay, all right, because the scripture say Jacob is the end of Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So right now we're in Esau's rulership, with the Most High is taking America down, taking down this whole beast system. Okay, and it's starting out World War III, but he's also waking up his elect of the nation of Israel, man, the next rulers of the world to come, man, the kingdom of heaven, which is going to play out on planet Earth. Okay, that promise. Okay, so those are the major players on planet Earth, man, and this thing is spiritual, man. I mean, it meaning what? What does spiritual mean? It was set up in the heavens, man. That there's a spiritual force that's driving this hatred and enmity that was set up. It was already set up from the beginning, man, from the foundation of the earth, just like the elect were chosen from the foundation of the earth. Yahushua, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, he is the lamb slain from the foundation of earth. All these things start in the heavens. That's why he doesn't come from the Levitical priesthood. He's after the priesthood of the order of Melchizedek, which that was chosen from the foundation of earth. That priesthood was in the heavens, man. Okay, but so that's what that word means. It's enmity and hatred. All right, hostility, and that's all you see between so-called white people and black people, man. No matter how much you try to get together, it's never going to work. We're never going to get together and coexist. Okay? Someone's always going to be on top and someone's always going to be on bottom because it was set up through the spirit, man, for that hatred. Let's go back. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Okay? And what is the bruise? And it's between the seeds, as I just explained. Okay, so let's get Genesis 25. Further prophecy, and then this is the prophecy of Jacob and Esau. And the brothers actually went into this on the highways and byways as well, man. And then and the Most High always gives an example. When brothers are going in the spirit, which is always, the Most High always gives an example of things that are being taught, things being spoken of the spirit, because it's of the will of the Heavenly Father. So he gives examples to back up that is of the spirit and of his will. Genesis 25:20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister to Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated Yahweh by Shem Yahushua for his wife because she was barren. Okay, meaning she was unable to have children, unable to bear children, And Yahweh by Shem Yahushua was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. So he prayed to the Heavenly Father, and then he was able to, once they finally laid down again, she was able to conceive. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? So if this is supposed to happen, why is there so much turmoil in my conception of having these children, man? What's going on? Why am I going through all this? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So there was 2 nations in her womb, man, twins, fraternal twins. Okay, and we read down as Jacob and Esau. Okay, but it says two manner of people. Let's look up that word manner. Okay, it's Shanayim. Okay, strong H8146. Two, the cardinal number. Two, both, double twice. Second, the order number in combination with other numbers, both a dual number. Let me see with that manner. Oh, Slack, that's two. Let's see what the root word is. Second, the ordinal. Okay, bear with me one more argument. So it looks like that's the same word. Okay, so it's okay, so it went into, it said, so it's for two. Let's see if it gives a definition for a manner. Okay, so it doesn't give the actual definition. It just gives two again. Okay, but you can always understand what manner, let's look up the actual definition of manner. So when you're reading that, it means two. You can really deduce that it's two types of people. Okay, but let's see. The manner is for the definition: a way in which a thing is done or happens, a person's outward bearing or way of behaving toward others. So it's an outward bearing or a way of behaving. So two different types, two people, different nations behaving in a certain way, man. Okay, and we know that Israel is known as the righteous, man. Okay, the sons of the Most High. That's what the name is. And Esau, when you're reading the scriptures, okay, they're known as the border of wickedness. When you read Malachi 1:4, okay, Proverbs 29:2, it says that when the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice, but the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. And people are mourning under Esau, man. So those are the mannerisms. It's whether who the Most High is dealing with. Okay. Also Proverbs 16:4. Okay. The Lord had created the wicked for the day of evil. So those are the mannerisms. Two different type of people, man. Because Esau, Jacob got the blessing, man. And Esau is who Heavenly Father has indignation forever. Also pursuant to Isaiah 34. Okay, so those are the different. That's the mannerisms. Okay, one is the wicked and one is set up to be the righteous. All right, and the Lord, let's see, verse 23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So two different type of people, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, and when the days are to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in their womb. All right. So, and when we know it says the elder shall serve the younger, Esau came out first, who was the elder, and he said he's going to serve Jacob, who was the younger, man. But the point is, there was conflict in the womb, man. There was conflict and turmoil in the spirit already, in the womb of Rebecca, man. Before the children were even born, they were already getting in, boxing and having strife. Okay, that goes back to the garden, man. That prophecy of the enmity between the seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman, man. Okay, that's what that goes back to. All right, so this thing is spiritual, man. There's always been a hatred, okay, between these nations, man, and it's going to stay that way, man. Esau has had nothing but a perpetual hatred towards Jacob. Let's see. And there are tons of examples to prove that, man. It's happened throughout history and the scriptures, and we can see it to this day, man. It's evident. If you're paying attention, you're honest. Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, And when did that happen, man? One of the major times it happened was in the Babylonian captivity, man, where they were rounding us up, helping the Babylonians. That's why Esau was called the daughter of Babylon, man. They were in league with the Babylonians. And what did they do? They say, the scripture say, raise it to the foundation thereof, pursuant to Psalms, the 137th chapter. Okay? That they helped in our downfall, man. They didn't help in our time of calamity. Okay? They relished it and they loved it and they cheered it on. You know? And when also they shed blood, okay? In the time of the transatlantic slave trade, you know, so much bloodshed was shed on the way over here that the sharks still follow that route to this day. And then when we got over here to the Americas, okay, ridiculous amounts of bloodshed was shed here, okay? And bloodshed is still being shed here. Jake is still being shot down in the streets, still being treated unjustly, still being racial profiled, okay? Esau is targeting and shedding Jake's blood, not even physically, man. It's spiritually with their religion, okay? Institutionalized through their schools, through the workforce, through their medicine, okay? There's multiple ways that Esau is shedding blood here, man, for the nation of Israel, and it's still happening until this day. In the time that their iniquity had an end, okay? Even time of civil rights, Jim Crow, okay, even when chattel slavery ended, man, they would have lynch parties, man, lynching Jake. It's just a perpetual hatred, but it was all through the spirit, man. Why? Because Esau didn't. It was prophesied, but also Esau didn't get the blessing, man. When you read Genesis 27 chapter, when the blessings were being handed out, Esau was mad, man. He says, "Not my brother rightly named Jacob. He has supplanted me again," because Esau first sold his birthright. And then, and because that was all spiritual and prophecy, when then Rebekah dressed up Jacob, asked Esau to receive the blessing, man, of everything. And he said, "The days of one of my father at hand, but then afterwards I shall slay my brother Jacob," man. And that hatred has been there ever since. These elites know that they're Edomites, man. They know that's why they create this synthetic kingdom, man. They're trying to create their own blessing to get it back, man, and trying to do away with Israel. Okay, that way they can keep the blessing and keep the rulership. But it's not according to prophecy, so it's not going to happen. Okay. But like I said, this thing is spiritual, man. You know, this hatred is not nothing fabricated. It's not nothing that we can change on our own. Okay, essentially, it's the will of the Heavenly Father. It's prophecy, and we see it's playing out, man. So this thing is spiritual, and it is deeper than that. You know. So I just wanted to do a quick commentary on that. Lord willing, I'll do more soon within the next few days, just on different on that particular interaction he had with that Edomite. But Lord willing, it's edifying for Akim. Call all Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.